Check that thing out. Hey good people, it's Matt, Trend Company from Bear Valley Mountain Resort on the 13th of December 2022, and it is Tuesday. Sometime, what is the time? It is 1:30 p.m. right now. Sorry about that little phone switch. But I want to give you guys a little weather update. It is gorgeous. Look at this behind me. Oh my gosh, you know, the groomers, they've been sitting out there packing everything down after the recent snowstorm. And we are looking to get ready to get back online this coming Friday. Whoa, you say Friday? What do you mean Friday? I thought you guys were opening on 17th, Saturday, for 7 days a week. Well, we are, but we're giving out a free day on Friday. So if you want to come up and go skiing and riding, it's on us for Friday. So you just need to go up into the ticket office, get a ticket, which will be free, and then you guys can come on out and enjoy what Mother Nature has laid down for us here over the last handful of days. It is amazing here. So I want to talk a little bit about our recent snow that fell and some of the complications that we've been having here, just like so many other resorts. You know, when we get this amount of snowfall, you know, 48 inches of snowfall in like 36 hours, it is just huge. And it really taxes all resorts and operations, whether you're small or large across the board. It doesn't matter. And the other thing that happens there too is you've got these super voluminous high winds that show up with some of these systems, an immense amount of precipitation intensity. That's how much snowfall comes down inside of an hour, and we were seeing rates of 2 to 3 inches an hour with that stuff. It was just off the hook. And some of the complications that happen with that, of course, are just the avalanche hazards for those resorts that do have these issues around there, and then how we manage them. We had to close this past Saturday. We tried to get up in the morning. We were doing avalanche control, did a second pass because we were just finding things were filling in again after our first pass on the same routes. And then even as our third pass, because we were suspect, we were still finding that same amount. So when you go through, say, something like Yellow Sub or the Face, and you're getting 12 to 18 inch crowns to break off, yet we're in 50, 60 mile an hour winds, and then you come back 40 minutes later or so to take a look at it again, and it's filled back in just like it was before you shot it the first time, and then you get on it, throw some explosives, and you get the same results again, as well as for a third time. We were stunned, and that was a huge concern for us, especially with that amount of snow and the short compressed amount of time. There's a lot of weight going on there, because if you guys are really paying attention, it got warm about the middle of that snowstorm. We had about 2 feet, and then it warmed up almost to 30 degrees. It was heavy. You could definitely feel it, the change in the snowpack, as well as just how it would pummel your face as we were skiing around that day. But and then it lightened up on top of that. But what I'm getting after is there was a lot of snow weight going on, a lot of water weight out there right now, on top of this persistent weak layer, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's facets. That's a dangerous snowflake in our snowpack, whether you're here or anywhere else in the world, as well as depth ore or surface ore. Those are these persistent weak layers that can stay around, hence the name persistent. And it takes, here in California, typically a lot more snow weight on top of it in order to stop that process of the growth of those facets down on the ground. So we were seeing anywhere from 6 to 12 inches deep at the ground of this sugary snow that you could just put your hand in and scoop it out right to your shoulder. And when something like that is sitting underneath all of this immense amount of weight, 4 to 6 feet of snow on top of that, as forecasters, avalanche workers, we're just hoping that some catastrophic event doesn't happen with widespread propagation and having huge avalanches go very deep and all the way to the ground. When they run into things at that depth and velocity, they're taking out trees, they're moving cars, they're killing humans. A lot of that stuff can happen. So that has been the big concern, and especially for me here, because Saturday morning we saw that start to happen, and we were still thinking about that persistent weak layer down low. But this resurgence of the wind, cycling up the new fallen snow and just throwing it right back down to where we were just controlling it, was something that we just couldn't stay on top of. Now, when we chose to close, I think we were the first in California that chose to close that morning based on that. And Sunday, we just chose to close Sunday because of the immense amount of snow that was going to come that afternoon on Saturday into Sunday. But interestingly, some other resorts followed suit also, whether they were full closures or they were closing their available avalanche terrain to the public. So that concern that we had here certainly resonated across the board, from Kirkwood up to Squaw Valley, Sugar Bowl, Alpine, Heavenly, Mount Rose, all friends of mine that are there working patrol, whether or not they're patrol directors or in the patrol world there. And we were all on that same page. Some of us were communicating about it and wondering, but I'm not saying we were the best at anything there, but we just happened to pull the trigger. I just felt it was unsafe, and that's what we did. Some people aren't happy, but you know what? We kept you safe, and that's my goal here, as well as the resort's goal. So anyway, that's a little bit of heads up there, maybe a little too scientific for you guys, but I feel it's necessary to give you guys an understanding of what we're challenged with here with heavy snowfall and these short durations when they do come in. But let's move on from that, because I can talk about that for hours, if not days. But we are going to see beautiful sunshine for the next week. Cold daytime temps, most likely not getting above 30 degrees, probably the high 20s, and the nighttime lows anywhere from the upper teens into the low 20s, and that's for the next week. So it's going to keep the snow nice and crispy. We got lots of things going on. We're going to go down and take a look at the lower mountain tomorrow. It's not going to come online for the weekend, but look, definitely next week we're going to be bringing that thing online, as well as we're looking at the village side of things also. Mike Shimke told me that he's going to take a look down there and possibly groom Patty's Way and start to get into the bottom and fill in the creek for us so we can get home run and lunch run open for you. But that's what's going on with the weather. The holiday season are coming. We are stoked to finally get going for 7 days a week. We want you guys to come up here and experience what we call pure mountain fun. Don't forget Highway 4, easiest access to any resort on the western slope. And also check out our social media sites and look at Mirica Morales. She's one of our new faces here. She's throwing down lots of information and answering questions for you guys. So I'm just not the only one. And she's awesome and doing a great job at it. We look forward to seeing you guys up here. And remember, my name is Matt Lee Trent. And have a great day. Before I leave, I'm going to turn around and show you Tim Shimke over here and the cat with the blower. Look at that immense amount of snow that guy is moving away from that whole area, then the carpet area. And that is a new piece of our puzzle that's certainly going to help us get things operational much sooner when we have these big storms, as well as our new access RFID gates, and have some other stuff that we'll let you know as we move through the season. Look forward to seeing you guys up here. Come on and check us out this free Friday, because it's going to be ripping. My name is Matt Lee Trent. Have a great day. Peace out.